Okay, so here's baseball fun, and I'm going to review play in one of my favorite games. I wanted to do this long time ago, but I didn't have time, or actually I didn't even have tools to. So I'll be playing Reds here. First of all, you choose the colors to get all the opponents. You can play against a computer as well. So we have a map that's made of 6 continents. Most favorite is obviously the Australia. Whoever has Australia is guaranteed at least a second place, unless somebody is really going after them. So whoever secures the Australia is usually getting the win. However, if you play against human players, it's usually good to skip and try a different strategy. Because as you can see here, green and yellow, they are going against each other. Also, I would like to say about my audio will be off sync with the game. Not my commentary though. So I'm getting myself against the only computer, which is blue. So that gives me actually a good chance to secure South America. And purple seems to getting the Africa here, so that's good. And green and yellow, I expect them to fight together for the Australia, which will basically destroy them both. So my only opponent will in time be perhaps purple. Depends how the game pans out. So after we select all the territories, we start placing the units. You have usually around 16 to 18 units depending on your first move. I'm getting first move, which is usually the advantage. After you secure a continent, you usually get a big advantage, because as you can see, the South America will give you 2 units, United States will give you 5 units, 3 units for Africa, and 5 units for Europe, 2 units for Australia, and 7 units for Asia. Asia is very difficult to secure though, because it's difficult to protect. To protect the Asia, you would get Russia, Middle East, and Kamchatka secured, which can be done, but with 4 other opponents, you usually don't get that. So let's see how we deploy the pieces here. I'm obviously deploying everybody into Venezuela, because my most important goal is to wipe out blue. Surprisingly, purple is not going for Africa, which would be the most obvious choice, as he's got no guys to really oppose him there. But as you can see, there will be big battle for Australia, and perhaps even purple will join from Asia. So this actually plays into my cards, and I can get really easy game where I will get bonuses every single round if I keep South America. Depends what really is going to purple do. Blue, computers are very weak. I always keep on saying that computers have no value in the game. And if you play this game, you get into lots of skirmishes, And I even posted on my site, why do people whine when attacked in the game? So does everyone expect to do whatever they want? Because even if you have alliance, you always get attacked or stuff like that, because it's a strategy game, and sometimes you have to make a right move even if you have the alliance, and sooner or later the alliance is broke, because there can be only one winner. So that's the main point of the game anyway, that you will have one guy. I like to approach this game a bit differently than others though. And blue is making a mistake. The computer is making a mistake. He splits his forces everywhere, 6 forces in a 4 extra units in Europe is just gonna be wasted, as well as 8 in Brazil, because I will just attack him there and wipe him likely, and then slowly push him from the United States, so I'm likely to get real good advantage. The yellow is wiping green, and sometimes when people are playing this bad, like green does, that they compete about something where they get destroyed in move 1. So these guys will really have a problem there. They just quit the game or jump to the blue, but there's nowhere to jump because blue will really get destroyed as well, so green is likely to quit very soon. So yellow secures his Australia, but if he sees that purple is perhaps ready to attack him as well, so that will be kind of fun, and really I can get... I can't win in a first move, and I never like to do so, but I like to usually force my opponents to give up instead of, you know, getting a quick and easy win, which can be done sometimes, but I always like to play this game strategically, never waste too many units. And as you can see here, I'm really getting a nice start, and I don't waste units. I just leave a couple of units in Brazil and securing Central America, and I will be slowly pushing without losing too many units into the western United States and all. Green is trying to attack back, which is a mistake because he's basically destroying himself. Purple looks like he's going to be a factor in an Australia war. So let's see what green does. If I was green, I would just run away from there, go to Japan. But his better shot is to attack like Irkutsk instead of South Asia and let purple go there. That will give you possibly one more unit to play with later on. But yeah, this didn't happen. So you're basically wasting the Southeast Asia. And the problem is that he leaves there his 5 units. He wants to attack yellow in the next move. Which is even a mistake because yellow is getting those 2 extra units. Let's see what purple does. Oh my goodness, purple is trying to go to Australia as well. So green really plays bad game. He should retreat to Japan instead of staying in Southeast Asia. So, oh my goodness, but purple is such a bad game as well. He wasted all units that can easily secure the African continent, and but even thought he would have a really difficult game against me because I'm likely to attack him if I sense weakness. Oh, here we go. Purple attacks yellow. Green. Now the blue computer. Yeah, I'm really going to just exchange punts with him. I'm going to waste all my units. I'm going to be very strong in Brazil. And slowly strengthening and weakening as well the north of America. So. Yellow. Yellow is punching from Siberia. That's nice. That's kind of reinforcement you need. And very strange play from purple. It gets him destroyed as well. Look at green. You know. Oh, purple actually made this mistake and gave up already. So you can see some people are just playing with not much smartness. So if you have a purple computer and blue, that basically makes only 3 players, but green has really no chance to be a factor in this game. So my campaign. We'll start with Ontario. Very good attack there. And I tend to keep on attacking if I have lots of units, so I'll Bertize first. Whenever I go under 4 units, you never want to go under 4 units when you're attacking someone, so... From Alberta, I'll retreat to States. To Eastern United States, and now the game will be really between me and yellow only. Blue has no way to surprise. The big role that is played here is by cards. Everybody's trying to get cards in a game, but I never overestimate the power of the card. Or also, I always trying to kind of let other people to get cards, because they weaken themselves by trying to get those cards. So let's see what green's gonna do now. Oh, did he kind of give up his move? This is some kind of slaughter, isn't it? There's not much of a game here. Yellow attacks purple. Also another strange move for me. Oh yeah, he goes after purple, maybe after green. Yellow likes to do some such weird moves from what I've seen. Whenever yellow becomes danger, I will start attacking the... You never leave a guy to have more than one continent, otherwise you just losing the game. What's important for you are those bonuses. I'm attacking Northwest Territory, so I can with some extra units. With some extra units I'll be able to attack Greenland, which I'm gonna do. Yeah, I lost 1 unit, so it's time for me to retreat and perhaps strengthen the Ontario. Yeah. You see, the blue has no chance. Well, there's another thing I posted about the one move hero. You know, if you are one move hero in Risk after your dice runs hot, people usually give you lots of bad mouthing, you know, so I think people should admit that we're lucky, you know, and spare others of those, you know, foul mouthing, because just getting lucky in a game doesn't get you anywhere, and most of the time you are against the odds, even, you know, no matter what you do actually. Purple maybe wants to go still for Africa, so he wipes out yellow, but stops right there. Yellow's computer, so that's kind of weak play on his part. And green, just 5 units all in all. Never made a strong position. Yellow plays kind of weak as well. It's definitely vulnerable. And here's a move I don't like that much, because he's threatening my future borders, which I'm going to establish by taking United States. So I might actually attack him in a Kamchatka soon. This was pretty bad move. You never want to attack one dice against one dice, so it's my move. I always try to keep my cards to the late, but sometimes you don't want to. You don't want to keep. You don't want to keep all your cards. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm attacking to the Kamchatka. Sometimes you don't want to keep all your cards because if you do keep all your cards, sometimes you might become target and people will attack you. So it depends on your strength. You can, if you can afford to keep all your cards, you do that until you have 5 and then trade them, because later in the game it's really good use for them. And at the moment I don't need to use the cards. The value, as you can see in bonus units on the screen, is only 4 at the moment, so taking cards is not a good strategy. So what happens in a game? Purple's just surviving. He's attacking green. One of the specifics of computer play, they always tend to go after weakness. So, but here they even fail. So if you are weakest in the game, expect computer to attack you. And as you see, purple goes after green, and now blue. Blue should perhaps go and try for Europe, but should do it in small moves. Instead he's helping others. It seems like he's pushing for Europe here pretty much. Well, he didn't make the last attack to Southern Europe. He would become threat for a while, but that didn't happen. So, let's see some of those famous yellow moves. Yeah, I think yellow is going to Africa first. Yeah, he wants the 2 green cards, which is reasonable. Why to give them to others? But I would maybe choose different line and try to secure. However, it's not a bad move. Oh my, this was a bad move. Trying to attack with 3, that means you are playing 2 dices against 1, and then 1 dice against 1. You are lowering your odds of winning, so that's just how he wasted 2 units. So yellow visibly becoming a threat. But he can't secure Afghanistan, and I might be getting United States just in time to be able to fight against Australia, especially after yellow is really wasting lots of units of his own. You can see I can wipe out purple, but I'm not gonna do it perhaps, because it's only 2 cards and they have only 8 value of 8, and for me it's more valuable to get the continent and permanent bonuses, so I won't use any cards. I'll just slowly do what I was doing. And I have a luck in eastern Canada, so I'm moving all my units. And attacking Greenland, I've got again luck. Really good dice. So now I expect myself to get from Ontario to Alaska. That's the way I play. And now we will see whether yellow will start opposing me, because if he doesn't, what it will do to him, I will start really attacking him pretty badly. Blue is making a mistake. He again doesn't go after Europe. And I'm quite happy if computer does get the continent. I'm quite happy to leave him in a game and support me in the battle against other team The main point is just to show computer really big wall, so he attacks the weak points. So if opponent has any weak points, the computer will go after them. And you see, blue doesn't go after securing the continent of Europe, so it doesn't become threat to anybody, and just waiting to be swiped out and pushed out even from Europe. And this was kind of threatening move from yellow, because he's getting another 3 cards. But as you can see, I can't really be bothered to get 3 cards that are worth 10 units, because he's going to likely waste those 10 units on getting those cards, so he's working for me. And I definitely won't let him to have too many units. Plus next move I'm giving my 5 cards a go. And this is another bad move. He should go first to Northern Europe and then come back to Africa. Because sometimes 7 units might not be enough to get one. Plus you will have to really have a problem with supply of your units. So the units from Central America will have to go somewhere. I wonder where is he going to put them later. As you can see, one computer got wiped out. The green got wiped out as well after his really unsuccessful mission in Australia. And blue is now on the verge of being wiped out too. Which I bet yellow will do the job for me. I might though be... Oh my goodness, he puts his units to Kamchatka, but does not attack me. So now it's my time to disrupt his units in North Africa, which is fine. And as you can see, I'm not bothered by blue. He's got only 2 cards. I'd rather secure myself in Europe. And Alaska. There's a chance that the yellow will attack me in Greenland, but that's just a question. Because I think yellow is going straight after blue, trying to wipe him out. And I stand to have 2 continental bonuses and or perhaps very good chance to win by utilizing all the 3 cards I have. This looks like easy swipe for yellow, and yellow actually looks like he might be able to win here. But he shown a kind of weak play before, and I might be able to disrupt him a little bit and go after his weak points. However, here I feel like I might be losing. This game might turn really badly. However, if you see, he gets 20 units for his campaign. And I've got simply like 40 without getting the cards, so he does the wiping for me. Because here it looks like he might not get all the cards. If the defense of Iceland will hold, then I will get the cards. That's a sweet thing, you know, sometimes they fail their action while they stretch themselves to the max. And that gives me chance. Wow. Well, it seems like they'll be able to do it. Okay. Now it's really about yellow what he's gonna do. He's eliminated most guys off the board, but I kept most of my armies, so what I would do if I was yellow now, I would attack myself in Greenland and go all the way to Venezuela. And perhaps take the continent, South American continent. But instead he is making perhaps a blunder. Oh wow, and I have really good dice there. He really lost his battle in Iceland. Wow. Wow, I managed to keep my borders in Greenland. That was luck on the dice. If he tries the same thing in Kamchatka, might be really difficult for him. Okay, he secures Greenland. And my point will be to obviously make feet through the Europe. I always nowadays try to destroy all their big units. There is a simple point to it. If you destroy the big army, then he's got really difficult time to get any bonus units or harass you in any way. So to really destroy his big units, it's important. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. Sort of crushing him after his failed mission. But he really should deploy all his units into Greenland, and he wouldn't lose there. And sometimes you have to reset the dice because the dice is really stacking the odds against you. My second job is obviously to disrupt his forces as much as I can to take all his bonus units. As you can see, I attack Japan. I'm not interested in destroying Japan and taking it. I'm only interested in lowering his forces. Now it would be sweet if I manage to conquer Australia and lock the borders in the United States. That would be the sweet win. I would be likely, my thinking would be to put all the units to Kamchatka, because it's difficult to battle back for Australia. Other cards are obviously gaining weight every single time, but nobody can get some extra by wiping someone, so that's really only what you make it. And if I manage to keep my borders for a couple of moves, I get more extra units and ability to push the guy out. Now it's his move. As you can see I have cards to deploy for next move. So I can really counter-attack if in case he gets like lots of units against me. Wow, I've got really good defensive units too. If you have good dice, you just basically I can't lose, but I rarely get a good dice. And this is perfect. Just get to hold on to my continents. And that's important, because I'm getting +7. So I can push him away from South America. Units. That's just sweet. And as you can see, because I don't have any obvious problem at the moment, so I keep my cards for possible counter-attack that he might attack me and take lots of territory. If I counter-attack him once he uses the cards, I get a bit more units than he does, and can really regain the position. As you can see, I just get the Brazil and reinforce it instead of trying to get everything, and I'll just be trying to strengthen myself at all points, and I'll try to strengthen myself to the point where he can't attack me anymore and just loses the ability to get cards or whatever. He's in a really difficult position, and I guess he's just straightforward losing. It's me having 3 continents. I don't know what he's waiting for here. Oh, 12 to Siberia, his favorite move. 21 to Africa, that's fine. Let's see. Oh my goodness, he's making that mistake again, perhaps? He can't hold the African continent, that's for sure. I'll push him away. But the main point is he made himself weaker for just 3 units. He must see he can't go through. Guess I will get the cards next move. Even if I don't want them, I still have to get them. Oh my goodness. He's got a bad dice again. 2 against 1? Really? Wow. At least he managed to get the Venezuela, but I'm certainly counter-attacking there. I expect him to go, yeah, he's going to China and Australia. But I can get that one easily as well. And he's got no cards. I'll get cards next move, so he'll really get punched out. So you can stop watching here because the games when you can see it. And can only demonstrate here how it's gonna be when. Yeah, he manages to get Australia. Now it's important where he's gonna put those 4 units from Eastern Australia. So I want to see them destroyed as well. Oh, he brings 3 more units from somewhere else. I'm getting 40 units, so well, I decide 15, 16 on Venezuela and some strengthening in Mongolia, but I obviously have to deploy all my units in Mongolia. And the counterattack begins. Brazil defending well, but is mine. Africa. Will be mine. Mine. And from Mongolia to southeast. As you can see, I don't let him to have any extra bonus units per move. So he's really getting crushed here. And this time, if I manage to spare some units, as you can see, I put at least 2 units on each square now, and I have some extra. And the main point, I reset the dice. The main point of having at least 2 units is that you don't make it really that easy for them to get a card or to get anything, basically. From there, well, 13 to 6, that might be good to win. Oh well, I decided not to go for it. I'm gonna reinforce myself in Indonesia. That's interesting. Yeah, you can go for Australia. You might choose not to go. So this was just more like a feeler thing. Oh yeah, I know what was the point. The point was not to let the Eastern Australia units to go in and get into the game. So he's trying to weaken me, which is absolutely fine. And this time his dice is very good. I'm getting slaughtered. Well, I guess somehow it's too late. He's trying with 2 dices. That's wrong. But this time it pays. His lucky dice holds and he gets the continent back. That was very good. However, as you can see, he doesn't get any extra bonuses. So me with some bonuses, I can always get the advantage. Lucky dice doesn't help anymore. Yep, I'm getting back. And remember, every single time you attack, you get extra units. Yeah. I keep my units where they are. So far, it's just a mouse and cat play. I keep my units, he doesn't get his, so I get my bonus units. You can see what 2 units in defense can do. He might not get that card, which is vital. Yeah, he loses the important chance to get a card. Two units are defending better than 1 unit, obviously. You get the really good odds with the 3 against 2. You are getting terrible odds with 2 against 2, and 1 against 2 is obviously. Well, it's my time to secure Australia, and if you ever get a chance in this kind of setup to give up the game, you should do so, because he's like literally crushed in here. You can sense that here the game is becoming hopeless for him totally. He should have given up perhaps a bit earlier. Some people hoping that the gods be with them, and so will the odds on dice, but you can see that he's got really nothing left to hope for. Yet he keeps on trying, which is fair. Oh my goodness, he nearly lost another battle. Well, now I get to get my extra cards. And decide just to make stronger borders. Because I have these extra card that lets me to counter attack at any given time. And now is the time to get Japan. I can split my units. Yeah, and 45 was most important for me. And it becomes at this moment Iceland. Yeah, I decided for Iceland. So as you can see, this is the time where he could easily give up, unless he decides to play 4 cards. 45 units is a lot, but I'm likely to have that extra card, so he's gonna get crushed anyway. And obviously his best choice is against going in Africa, cutting through South America, cutting through the North America. He can try. No, I think it was best. He's trying to go through the. Yeah, he's making mistake obviously again. He's going through North America, which is a bit worse place, but his main mistake is to split in the force in 2. He's trying with 12 simply to disturb Australia, which is not a bad idea, but it will give him really bad odds. So he's not gonna make it, and I'm likely to have that extra bonus card to deploy more units. Oh my goodness. And you see he gives up in Alaska. That's the worst move I've ever seen. He gives me extra units in Australia, in South America. The first thing I'm gonna do is to weaken up his 12 units. Wow, it's going easy. Oh, not so easy. I'm losing 2. Decided to reset the dice, but lost 2 in a row. So another reset of the dice. Now it's going easier. Yeah. Wow, I didn't want that, because you have to protect that place. I put there 8 units. And I keep 8 in Mongolia. So as you can see, he will have no cards, and I will have a good protection. So he might not be able to break through. He might not be able to break through anywhere now and get some extra cards, so it's really getting hopeless. I have to restart the dice a couple of times just to get the fairer odds. Sometimes when you lose double, you lose twice or 3 times. You're literally getting slaughtered against the odds. Oh, he's typing me that this is it, the game's over. So it seems like he's going to give up this time. Well, let us see. We support Kamchatka. And we expect the capitulation. Yeah, he resigns, and the game's over. Thanks for watching. if you made it so far. I'll see you with some baseball, maybe.